Diplodocus. Diplodocus was a lightweight giant. It was twice as long as many other sauropods, but only half their weight. It had a long neck, a whip-like tail, and a slim body. It was 90 feet long from the tip of its nose to the end of its tail. Most of the length was in its 25-foot neck and 45-foot tail. Its tailbones had double spines on them. Its name means double beam. A beam is a timber used to support a building. Diplodocus grazed at the very tops of tall trees. Perhaps it stood on its hind legs to reach as high as possible. Its teeth were small and pencil-like and were only in the front of its jaws. Its nose was long and thin. It defended itself against the large meat-eaters by lashing its tail and using the great hooked claws on the first fingers of its front legs. Diplodocus probably lived in herds. Fossils of Diplodocus have been found in the Rocky Mountain states. Supersaurus and Ultrasaurus. In Colorado in the 1970s, scientists found a few fossil bones of two of the largest animals that ever lived on Earth. So far, the skeletons are not complete, and the animals have not been given scientific names. But the scientists gave the dinosaurs nicknames because of their size. The first bones found were those of Supersaurus, which means super lizard. One shoulder bone of Supersaurus was longer than a tall person. Supersaurus was probably much like Brachiosaurus. It may have been over 90 feet long and more than 50 feet tall. Ultrasaurus was found a few years after Supersaurus. Ultrasaurus was even larger than Supersaurus. Ultrasaurus means ultra lizard. It may have been the largest dinosaur ever. It may have been more than 100 feet in length. It may have stood 60 feet tall. Some scientists think it weighed more than 100 tons. Its shoulder bone, the largest single fossil bone ever found, was 9 feet long. Both these sauropods were plant eaters. They probably browsed on the tops of tall trees. They must have had to eat all day long to provide energy for their huge bodies. Scientists do not know why they grew so big. Perhaps they kept growing for as long as they lived. Perhaps these two dinosaurs lived for 200 years or more. Their huge size must have protected them from meat-eating dinosaurs. The mystery of the dinosaurs. The sauropods lasted for 100 million years. Now they and all the other dinosaurs have disappeared. What caused the dinosaurs to disappear? Here are some possible answers. Perhaps Earth became too hot or too cold. Perhaps a huge meteor crashed into Earth and threw a large cloud of dust into the sky. Sunlight would have been blocked for months. Green plants would have died because they need light to live and grow. Then the sauropods would have died without any plants to eat. The meat-eating dinosaurs would have died without any plant eaters to eat. Perhaps none of these ideas are right. No one knows for sure. Why the dinosaurs disappeared may always remain a mystery.